The idea is to create a different kind of an organization, not a club, but a charitable, cultural organization that would focus solely on promoting Irish culture, Irish music, Irish ways, and Irish heritage, to preserve Irish history, and also to keep the connections to Ireland really tight.
Well, I think it maintains a link to Ireland. And Ireland 100 years ago was very different than Ireland today. The class that came to America after the Great Famine, or as it was known, or got to Moor, it's the Irish term, where 1 million people starved to death. The island that many of our parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents left was economically deprived. And today it's one of, if not the most prosperous countries in all of Europe. It represents, I think, all of New England. I think it also recognizes the great gifts of the Irish to America.
When I was mayor, we had this building that we presently sit, and it was blighted. It was in disarray, and I was looking at bulldozing it. But I put out a request for proposals, and the Irish Cultural Center, who was housed at Elms College at the time, came in with a proposal to refurbish the facility, help us make it into not only a cultural center, but a community center.
I think it's amazing that this building became available, and the mayor of West Springfield at the time, Ed Sullivan, and Sean worked together to make this building work. I think they had an amazing team of people rebuild it out to replicate an Irish pub, Irish restaurant, so people walk in the door and really have that sense.
The amount of cultural events, people, things that have been brought into West Springfield because of the Irish Cultural Center being in West Springfield is very unique, and really shows that it stands the test of time over the past 10 years, from what they've done, what they have, and really where they're going to go.
The ICC is, by name, it's a facility, but for me, it's more of a gathering place. Family, friends, not just for dining and pub food and beers and drinks, but also for athletic events, for community events. So it's really become an all-purpose facility. But it's about the people and bringing the people together, just like it is in Ireland. Ireland's all about the people, and this is about the people too. But you need a place to meet, and this is the place to meet.
I came here 50 years ago. It's just like coming home, you know. It's like an Irish pub, you know. It's just like a local, you know.
I think it's important to have your identity for your culture, to keep it going through the generations.
Important for families and the younger generation to learn about where their heritage, where they came from.
Parents immigrated from Ireland, so we were brought up with Irish music and dance, and so coming here kind of brings you back a little bit to your youth a bit.
It's a nice community resource. It's been great for the neighborhood. We have a lot of people who are simply neighbors who come in here.
This touches a little closer to home from the standpoint that I'm very familiar with our Irish history going back, and I would like to support the education of people in this area of Ireland, native Ireland.
It's a great place to be here. We've got so much going on with the pub, the restaurant, museum and library, and as well as the playing field out back, the walking trail. It's just a great place for people to get together and celebrate their Irish heritage.
But it's not just about the Irish. It really is not. It's a celebration of hard work, and it's an epicenter of the community where we come to raise funds, and most importantly, when you come into a place like this, when you're here, you're home.
So we've been very fortunate over the years to have many businesses and many individuals that have been supportive of the Irish Cultural Center. Through funding, it has gotten us to the point where we're at, through a lot of amazing volunteers and their volunteer hours that have built out the building. We're at that final point and that final phase to bring the Performance Center to reality.
With our Capstone Campaign, which is to raise the final couple $1 million, we want to promote Irish heritage even to a higher level. So our facility here holds 120 people for a performance. probably 80 for a dinner. Upstairs will hold a lot more, and it'll be an attraction, a venue for artists.
But it'll also be used for non-Irish Cultural Center events where people can, certainly rent and use that space.
So to have this here, and as I mentioned, easily accessible, right off 9091, right off Route 5, right here in the center of West Springfield. Gatherings larger than just a handful of people, we would be able to do that upstairs and have a beautiful view of kind of wilderness in Western Mass and an easy place for everyone to get together. I mean, that would really be what this crowning jewel, finishing touch would be, is just making everything that we're just not able to do with the facilities we have, make it happen here.
So I ask people to come and see the place, and then if you feel good about it and what it's gonna continue to be and be in the future, request that maybe donate to help us further the cause of creating this as a gathering place for everybody.
So there's many ways that people can do that, and at all people's affordability. That people can give on the smaller level. We're very grateful for that. We look certainly for individuals and foundations and businesses that can give at some higher levels. There's many different giving levels that will be displayed on our wall of donors. It really was set up to make everyone feel involved, no one's excluded, and everyone's gift we're very grateful for.
This is the gathering place where people will meet, not just for this generation, but when this place is built and finished, it'll be for many generations in the future. That's the philosophy of the Irish, and that's the philosophy of West Springfield, bringing people together.